Hello dear students, today we are going on about the digestive glands. So where the digestive glands are associated with alimentation. So there are 5 digestive glands are present in human body. So number 1 glands, next gastric glands, third intestinal, next liver and the pancreas. So these are the digestive glands present in the human body. So let us learn one after the other. So first one is salivary glands. So the name itself tells about that these glands are present in buccal cavity or oral cavity. So these are the glands which are present in the oral cavity, also known as buccal cavity. So how many types of salivary glands are present in the oral cavity? So 3 types of salivary glands are present in the oral cavity. So sublingual glands, thyroid glands, and submandibular or submaxillary glands. So these are the 3 types of salivary glands which are present in the oral cavity. So first one, sublingual glands. Lingua means tongue. Sub means below. So sublingual glands are the salivary glands which are present below the tongue region. Below the tongue region. Next, parotid glands. So these are glands which are present below the ear pinna. So below the ear pinna, a pair of glands are present. Next, third pair is submandibular or submaxillary glands. These glands are present at the angles of your jaw. So submaxillary or glands are present at the angles of the lower jaw. And these 3 glands consist of serous and mucous cells. These 3, sublingual, parotid, and submaxillary glands, consist of several types of cells which are known as serous mucous cells. These cells secrete juice which is known as saliva. So juice which is secreted by the salivary glands is known as saliva. So this saliva, major portion of the saliva consists of water. So where you observe when we are when we see the food or when we smell the food, delicious food, so our mouth automatically salivates. So whenever you see the citrus fruits like tangerine or amla, then automatically your mouth the saliva will oozes out. So the salivation. So on the sight of or the smell of food, the saliva is secreted in the oral cavity. So the saliva which is secreted in the oral cavity consists of major portion is water, and only one enzyme is present in saliva, that is salivary amylase. That enzyme is salivary amylase. Another name for salivary amylase is talin. The name for salivary amylase is talin. So, and some lysozyme and electrolytes are also present in saliva. The pH value of saliva is 6.8. So 6.8 means it is acidic in medium. So the salivary glands, these of salivary glands are present in the oral cavity, and they secrete saliva. And this saliva consists of amylase enzyme, lysozyme, and electrolytes. Next glands are gas. So the name itself, where these glands are present, these glands are present in the wall of the stomach. So wall of the stomach consists of 10 gastric glands. So number 1 is glands. So these glands are present in the wall of the cardiac stomach. So stomach is divided in 3 regions: cardiac, fundic, and pyloric stomach. So in the cardiac portion, cardiac glands are present. So the cardiac glands secretes mucus. So Mucus is a sticky gel-like substance. Next, fundic glands. So, fundic glands are present in the fundic region of stomach. So, these fundic glands consist of three types of cells, which are known as neck cells, peptic or cells, and the oxyntic or parietal cells. Neck cells secrete substance which is known as mucus. Peptic cells or chief cells are the cells which secretes proenzymes. Pro means the enzymes which are in the inactive form. The enzymes which are in the inactive form. Those enzymes are known as proenzymes. The third type is present in the fundic glands are oxyntic cells. These cells secrete acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid. So fundic cells, fundic glands contains three types of cells: neck cells, peptic cells, and the oxyntic cells. Neck cells secrete mucus. Peptic cells secrete coenzymes, and oxyntic cells secrete L. So next, third type of gland, pyloric glands. Pyloric glands are present in the region of the stomach. So these glands secretes mucus and a hormone which is known as gastrin. This is the hormone. Gastrin is a hormone. This is not an enzyme. Gastrin is a hormone which is secreted by the cells that are present in the pyloric gland. So, the juice which is created by gastric glands is gastric juice. So, gastric juice, from this easily identify that gas juice contains mucus, so gastric glands consist of cardiac glands, fundic glands, and pyloric glands. So all these glands secrete substances, and these substances together are known as gastric juice. So gastric juice consists of mucus, proenzymes like pepsinogen and prorenin, and HCl. So these glands are present in the mucosa layer of stomach wall. So these glands are present. These glands are present in the mucosa of the wall of the gut or stomach. So the pH value of the gastric juice is 1.8. So the pH value of gastric juice is 1.8. Next glands are intestinal glands. So intestinal, in the name itself, intestinal glands means where these are present. These glands are present in the intestine of the small intestine, the human gut. So small intestine is divided into three parts. So duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. So in these parts, these glands are present. So two types of glands are present. Intestinal glands are two types. So number one is the Brunner glands. So these glands are present in submucosa of the duodenum. Brunner glands are present where these glands, location of these glands is submucosa of duodenum. And these glands secrete mucus. And the second one is crypts of Leber-Cohen. So these glands are present in the mucosa of intestine. So these glands secrete juice which is known as intestinal juice or succus. So sometimes in the examination they may ask what is succus entericus instead of intestinal juice. So succus entericus is nothing but the intestinal juice. This intestinal juice secreted by the two type of glands, that is Brunner's glands and crypts of Leber-Cohen. So the intestinal juice or succus entericus consists of peptidases, no peptidases. So these are the enzymes which act on the proteins. These enzymes are useful to digest the proteins. Disaccharidases, so like sucrase, maltase, and lactase. So these are the enzymes which digest the carbohydrates. Digest the carbohydrates. Peptidases digest the proteins. Next, another enzyme which is present in the intestinal juice or succus entericus is lipase. So lipase is the enzyme which acts on fats. So lipase is the enzyme which digests the fats which are present in our food material. So next, lysosome is also present. This lysosome kills the harmful bacteria which escape from oral cavity and also from some. So those bacteria are killed by the lysosome enzyme. So next, the pH value of intestinal glands is 7.5 to 8.0. So 7.5 means alkaline medium. So intestinal juice, the nature of the intestinal juice is alkaline in nature. Up to gastric glands, so the juices are acidic in nature. From intestine, the juices are alkaline in nature. So the food in the intestine is in which medium? In the alkaline medium. So you have to remember the pH values because in the oral cavity and in the pH value is below 7, that is acidic nature. In the intestinal glands, from the intestine, the pH value changes, it is above 7. So it is above 7 means it is alkaline in nature. So this is about intestinal glands. Next, we move to another gland which is a liver. So is the gland which is present outside the alimentary canal. So oral cavity, stomach, and intestine, these are the alimentary canal. So the glands which are present inside the alimentary canal. So salivary glands, gastric glands, and intestinal glands, these are present inside the alimentary canal. That's why those are known as intra-alimentary glands. But liver is present outside the alimentary canal. That's why liver and also pancreas. Pancreas is also present between the limbs of the duodenum. So liver is present left side below the diaphragm. So liver and pancreas are the extra-intestinal glands. So uh, extra-alimentary canal glands. Extra-alimentary canal. So gut, these are outside the gut. They are not present inside the wall of the gut. They are present outside the gut. That's why these two glands, liver and pancreas, are known as extra-alimentary glands. So come to the liver. So liver is the largest gland in the human body. So it weighs about 1.5 to 2 kgs in weight. So that much weight. So approximately 1.5 to 2 kgs. The weight of the liver is 1.5 to 2 kgs. So this is the largest gland which is present in the human body. So this question is asked in number of competitive exams for MSET, for TTC exam, even groups also. This question is a frequently asked question. So the juice which is secreted by the liver is a bile juice. So this is the juice without enzymes. So up to intestinal glands, we observe that the juices contain enzymes. One or more enzymes are present. But in the bile juice doesn't contain any enzymes. Enzymes are totally absent in liver, in bile juice. So this is very, very important. The gland which doesn't, the digestive gland which doesn't produce enzymes is liver. So the question may be asked like this also. So next, the bile juice, then bile juice means what? So bile juice contain bile salts and bile pigments. So bile salts, bile pigments, bile salts are sodium and potassium tauroglycerides, and bile pigments are bilirubin and biliverdin. So bile pigments are formed by breakdown of the RBC. RBC lifespan is 120 days. After 120 days, RBC die and they reach the liver, and in the liver they are buried or they are uh, digested. So after breakdown of the RBC, pigments are released. Those pigments are bilirubin and biliverdin. So next, bile salts. Bile salts are useful for the emulsification of fats. So this is very important. Emulsification of fats. What is meant by emulsification of fats? The breakdown of larger fat molecules into small micelles is known as emulsification. Big or uh, high molecular fats are broken down into small molecular molecules which are known as micelles, and that process is known as emulsification of fats. For emulsification of fats, bile juice is necessary. If bile juice is absent, fats doesn't digest. So we can't digest fats without bile juice. That is the importance of bile juice. Without bile juice, we can't digest fats. That's why bile juice is very, very important. Though it doesn't contain any enzymes, yet it is important because bile juice is participated in emulsification of fats. So that is very important. So next, bile juice is secreted by the hepatic cells of the liver known as hepatic cells, and this juice is secreted by the hepatic cells, and the juice is stored in a sac-like or bulb-like structure which is present in the liver known as gallbladder. So in the gallbladder, bile juice is temporarily stored. So the duct arises from the bile juice is the cystic duct, and all the small ducts from the hepatic cords are united to form the hepatic duct. The cystic duct from the gallbladder and the hepatic duct together form common bile duct. This common bile duct joins with pancreatic duct from the pancreas and hepatopancreatic duct, which ultimately opens into the duodenum. So the secretions of the liver, the bile juice, is temporarily stored in the gallbladder. So if the bile juice is not emptied frequently, then stone formation occurs in the bladder. Due to the concentration of the bile juice, stones are formed in the gallbladder, and that condition is cholecystitis. That condition, the formation of stones in the gallbladder, is known as cholecystitis. So next, we move to our digestive gland, that is pancreas. So this is the second largest gland in the human body. So first, the largest gland is the liver. Then the second largest is pancreas. Pancreas compound gland. So it is compound glands. So compound or a mixed gland. Pancreas is a compound gland, or it is also known as a mixed gland. What is meant by compound gland? So pancreas. So it acts both as a digestive gland and as a endocrine. So the endocrine part of the pancreas is islets of Langerhans, and the digestive part of the pancreas is acid. So why pancreas is known as compound gland. It has both as digestive gland and secretes. It acts as a endocrine gland, secretes hormones. That's why this gland is known as compound. or mixed gland. So, question may be asked like this. Name the mixed gland which secretes pancreatic juice. So gland is pancreas. So in the name itself, pancreatic juice. The juice which is secreted by the pancreas is known as pancreatic juice. The juice which is secreted by the pancreas is pancreatic juice. So islets of Langerhans, that is the endocrine part of the pancreas, secretes. So we will study about the endocrine system of the human being. Further, we move to pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice consists of trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, whenever you observe the sun, you have to identify it is a inactive form of the enzyme. Active form doesn't contain suffix as a gen. So pepsinogen. So pepsinogen means suffix gen means pepsinogen is active form. Likewise, trypsinogen and chymotrypsinogen are also in the active enzymes trypsin and acid. Next, carboxypeptidases are also present. So trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, and carboxypeptidases act on the proteins and digest proteins. And lipase. Lipase is present. This is known as steatosis. The other name for pancreatic lipase is steatosis. This acts. Lipase means acts on the lipids, fats. Yes. So next, amylase. So amylase is the enzyme which acts or digests the carbohydrates, and nucleases. So nucleases are present. DNA and RNase. So DNA digests DNA, RNase digests the RNA. Next, the pH value of pancreatic juice. So 8.4 is the pH value of the pancreatic juice. So this duct arises from the pancreas, which is known as a pancreatic duct. So this duct combines with the duct from the liver and forms a hepatopancreatic. Hepato means liver, coming from the liver. Pancreatic means coming from the pancreas. So in the nail, the answer is present. Hepatopancreatic. So this duct opens to the first part of the small intestine, that is duodenum. The opening of the hepatopancreatic to the duodenum is guarded by a sphincter, which is known as sphincter of Oddi. So that sphincter is a muscle which controls the opening and closing of the pore. So the pore through which hepatopancreatic opens to duodenum is guarded by a sphincter muscle that is known as a sphincter of Oddi. So pancreas takes the juice alkaline in nature. So you observe that gastric juice gastric juice, the nature of the juices is acidic in nature. From intestine, the nature of the juices is alkaline in nature. So pancreatic juice also contains bicarbonates. So these bicarbonates neutralizes the acid which is present in the food which comes from the stomach. So because in the stomach the food is mixed with the gastric, when the food gastric juice, it is also mixed with the, so if any amount of HCl or the acid enters into the small intestine, that is a duodenum, first part of the small intestine, duodenum, acid is neutralized by the bicarbonates which are present in the pancreatic. So pancreas juice also secretes bicarbonates which neutralizes the any acidity, any acid which is present in the food coming from the stomach. So with this we complete the digestion. So in the next class we will discuss digestion digestion process in the buccal cavity and stomach and also in the intestine. So for that you have to study about the juices and components. So juices means digestive juices, like in the oral cavity, salivary juice, intestinal juice, bile juice, and pancreatic juice, and all the enzymes which are present in these juices is very important. You have to learn them very well. So, okay, children, we will meet in the another class. Okay, until then, keep studying.